Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to do a review on a cheap welder, a cheap stick welder. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. Tractor Supply just came out with a cheap arc welder, stick welder, Metal Man brand, and I've been wanting to buy it for a while. Just over $100, like $110, and I got the 1-year warranty on it, which is added to the 2-year factory warranty, and that was like $10, so I ended up spending like $120 on it. But I'm gonna do a little review on it, and as some of you might know, I weld for a living. I am a welder. I can call myself a welder because I weld for a living. So I'm gonna give it my honest review and let you guys know what I think about it. How do you guys like my truck cap? Looks like a farm truck now, don't it? Anyway, here's the welder. I just picked it up. It's a pretty small little guy. It weighs how many pounds? 6.6 pounds. Metal Man brand. And you can weld up to 75 amps with this, so it is perfect for running 3/32 7018. And this is right off of 120 volts. Got a 2-year factory warranty on it. And then I got this 1-year warranty here added on to that 2 years, so I got 3 years of warranty on this thing. Alright guys, so here it is. I got my razor blade here. I'm ready to cut this open. Hopefully you guys will be able to see. Okay, so let's crack this open here. Let's see what we got. There's the instructions right on top. Won't be needing that. There's our ground. Feels pretty solid. Our electrode holder also feels pretty solid. There's the actual machine itself. Look at that thing, that's adorable. Look how tiny that is. That's so cute. So here we go. It's actually packaged quite well. It's got these foam pads and then all this plastic. Pull this off here. Look how cute that thing is. So yeah, it's about a foot long by like 4 inches wide, maybe a little shorter, like 3.5 inches. Got the cord here. This is actually a good length. I thought they would give me a stupid small cord, and you know what? It actually feels really decent. It doesn't feel like that cheap rubber. And I'm actually, I'm being honest with you guys. I'm not supported by Metal Man or Tractor Supply by any means. I'm gonna give you my 100% honest opinion on this stuff. The strap, this is supposed to be like a shoulder strap. I like how it has a fan. Very good feature right off the bat. I see that, and it's got a nice metal mesh to cover it and protect it. Very good. It's got an on-off switch. That's good. That's the back side. On the front here, we got our amperage adjustment, which goes from 20 to 75. And we got our power light, and there's our duty cycle light for when it overheats, or not overheats, but when it shuts off so it doesn't overheat. Which is also an important thing I forgot to mention. The duty cycle on this machine is, should say on here, duty cycle should be on here. There it is. 40% duty cycle at 75 amps. That is actually pretty darn good. I am impressed with that. That's really good. We'll put that to the test later in the video. Okay guys, so now for the testing of this little Metalman 80T welder here. I ran a bead right here. Looks pretty darn good actually. Clean that up a little bit more. I left my chipping hammer at work, of course. Well, actually it stays at work, but I forgot I don't have one here. Haven't stick welded here in quite a while. So I don't have a chipping hammer, but now what I'm gonna do is run a bunch of beads constantly to put this thing to the test and see if the arc quality decreases when this machine gets warm. I was really impressed with the arc quality here. It was a nice smooth arc, not a lot of spatter or anything like that. This was the machine maxed out at 75 amps. It ran beautifully. And I'm going to do that. I'm going to run a pad of beads here to put this machine to the test. My biggest complaint so far is how short the leads are. They're only 5.5 feet long. You gotta have the machine pretty close to where you're working. That's how long they are, but that's really no big deal. Especially if you're just gonna have it on a table like this, no big deal. The Stinger, not really the best quality. The leads are actually better quality than the Stinger itself, but this can be easily changed. I might get a better, you know, nice like Tweco style, or not Tweco, what the heck, Twenco, I think it is, style. You know, a nice heavy duty one. This one's kinda a little on the cheap side. The spring is kind of weak, especially when you're using 3/32 rod, which is all you're going to be using with this machine anyway. So there's another little complaint there. But I am pretty happy with the quality of the leads, and I really like the fact that it has the mini Dents plugs on it here. That's really cool. You can just pull the leads right off. A lot of the cheaper machines, the wires just, or the leads just go straight into the machine. So when you switch it on, fan kicks on. Blows a good amount of air, and there's a vent in the front so the air is being sucked through the machine. Pretty good design. You got a little green light right here for power. I love when the slag comes off like this. Beautiful. Alright, I went ahead and ran a bunch of beads on this plate, a couple layers. Still hasn't overheated yet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and weld this joint here, and then I'm gonna turn the whole piece vertical and try vertical up on the other side of that. Well, as you can see, the vertical up went really well. It looks fantastic. It's nice and smooth all the way up that piece. I'm really impressed. However, our electrode holder here has already sustained a little bit of damage just from that. The brass in there is already kind of melted along the groove for the electrode. So that's probably the biggest complaint so far, is the electrode holder isn't really that good and the leads are too short. But other than that, this machine performs really well, like way better than I thought. Is it worth $115? Every penny of it. You can lay down some nice looking welds. Look at that. Not bad at all. Okay guys, so now I'm going to put this thing to the ultimate test and weld this hinge back on that broke on this trailer. We'll see how it does. Got some gaps in there, a little bit of overhead. Okay guys, there's the finished repair. Looks pretty good. I added this little gusset here to strengthen it up a little bit. This is actually the third time I've fixed this same hinge, so I've strengthened it up quite a bit, and hopefully it won't break again. But what are my thoughts on that machine? I think it is a great little machine for just over $100, and if you put a new electrode holder on there, like a good quality one, I think it's a perfect machine for around the house and hobby use and stuff like that. Now, I wouldn't recommend starting your own business with something like this, but this thing welds really well. It's got a really nice arc, probably the best arc I've seen with these cheaper welders. So I would definitely recommend this thing if you are looking for a stick welder for building hot rods or fixing fences or just anything around your house, anything like that. Just light duty work, because you can use 332. You can't use anything bigger than that. It maxes out at 75 amps. But I have not overheated this thing yet, and I welded up that trailer hinge in like probably 10 minutes, and I just kept on welding and welding. But of course, with stick welding, you got to change out your rod, and that's a little bit of time there, so you're not welding steady for an amount of time like MIG welding. So I haven't overheated it yet. I'm pretty happy with it, so I'd say it's a win with this thing. Definitely something to hang on to. And that's all I got to say about that. So make sure to give this video a like or a dislike, and I will see you in the next one.